For so long this night I've prayed that a star would guide you my way, to share with me this special day. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. If allowed, may I touch your hand, and if please, may I once again, so that you too will understand. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. Good morning, all. Can we get just a tiny bit more volume in this mic? Hope everyone is doing well. I thought it was summer, and now it is back to spring. So, what do you do about that? I don't know, but it's nice, nice brisk, nice, not really brisk today, just kind of comfortable fall weather in the middle of spring. So, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for you all being here. I'm grateful to be alive on this day. I hope you all are grateful for that. Let's everybody say, I'm grateful.
I'm grateful.
Cool. Now, if you can stand up and say it at the same time.
I'm grateful.
I'm so grateful it makes me want to say thank you. 2, 3, 4. Say thank you. 2 and 3 and 4. And thank you. 2 and
3 and 4.
Thank you. 2, 3, 4. Thank you. 2, 3. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you. You may be seated. Oh, yeah, here we are together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your willingness to be present, to open your hearts, to open your consciousness, to be in this energy of infinite love and open to it and experience it and embody it. So I am Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen, if you are new here today, and this who is our board president and also an amazing service leader who is going to lead us in meditation. Is there anything I can do to heal my microphone? Heal! I used my heel. All right, okay, good. All right, so we want to say hello to those of you joining online, YouTube or Facebook. Thank you for being here. And we acknowledge you and we invite you to say a little hello in the chat so we feel like we're connected. And just to kind of let you know, we have some tender hearts here today that will become clear later. We have lost somebody in this community and we're honoring her. Well, I'll just tell you, it's Leah's son who lost his battle with cancer. And so our hearts are all breaking, and there's been some other loss too. And so this is a time to really come together with hearts that are breaking open, right? And be present with each other and to hold hands and be in community. So that's what we're doing together today. So in that spirit, Maria will light the divine light candle, and let's be with that presence, that representation of the element of fire. Just be with that for a moment. And from this place, I invite you to say our opening invocation, which is on the screen here. Together, There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Take a breath. Feel that opportunity that is available and waiting for that love that is all around us and within us, just waiting for us to say yes to it, waiting for our recognition, wants to hold us all in an embrace of love. That we say yes. And so it is.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
This past week, a group of us met to study a special class that at our JD study group, and we had the opportunity to understand that this physical expression of who we are right here, right now, is less than 1% of truth, less than 1% of reality. We are 99.999% nothing, energy, vibration. And we spend so much of our time in this human place, which brings so many beautiful gifts, so much pain. And for this moment, the next couple of minutes, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and let's just play with this part of ourselves that is pure vibration, pure energy. And so either gazing down softly or with closed eyes, starting to take some deep breaths in, holding at the top for just a moment, and exhaling longer than you inhaled. And taking a few more breaths in this way. Knowing that with these longer exhalations, we're calming our nervous system. And on the next inhalation, I invite you to bring that energy to your heart space. It might be helpful to place a hand over your heart, or perhaps you don't want to or need to. And again, at the top of the inhalation, just hold that energy in your heart and just invite it to expand. And a long exhalation. Knowing that when we breathe this way, we bring our heart into coherence, into a higher frequency, and the opportunity to step into love. I invite you to bring someone, a moment, something. If you're feeling really brave, an image of yourself into your heart. Something that evokes love. So much love. And feeling whatever emotion that love evokes in you. Is it peace? Is it joy? Is it hope? Compassion? Gratitude? Find a word and let's make that your intention. And I invite you to breathe through this fine thread, a gold thread linking the heart to our brains. I invite you to send that intention to your brain, which will then send it out into the field. We know that when we send an intention out into the ethers, out into space, and when we call it back to us with our open hearts, we're shifting our own vibrations. And when a group of people come together the way we are today, we have the capacity to shift something bigger. A community, a world, a situation. From our hearts to our brains and out. And let's move into the silence for just a couple of moments. Sitting in the vibration of this love and this intention. As the mind wanders, coming back to the breath, coming back to your heart. Into this energy, into this vibration, this vortex of love that we are creating here. We have the opportunity to say softly to ourselves or out loud the names of any people, places, situations that would benefit from feeling this love, this vibration of energetic love. And with the same energy, I now take this prayer box that's been sitting in our lobby all week holds the prayers of people from our community and beyond that our prayer team has been praying over all week. And let's send our energy, our love vibration to this box, to all of the intentions herein, knowing that it all just takes vibration and energy. And if these people can shift, and when they shift their focus to love for just a moment, they have the chance to experience a change in their lives. And that our energy helps move this along. And in the same space now, we hold our beloved Leah, the eternal, glorious soul of her son Nick, and precious Michelle and Dane, Nick's wife and young son, that they know the eternal nature of Nick's soul and his love that never dies. It is always with them and with us. And so, taking one last breath of one last energy into your heart of breath and life and love. And let's let it out with a big exhale. One more time, actually. And in your time, you can open your eyes, softly gazing down or wherever. You know, that love energy, they've actually measured it. And our own hearts, and Lorraine is the real expert on this with her heart math certification, but our heart energy when we love goes out 3 feet, up to 6 feet. And so if each of us is radiating 6 feet of love energy, can you imagine the waves of energy circulating through the universe, or at least this room, at this moment? It's massive, and it's a real thing. It's the science of spirituality, which I just think is the coolest thing ever. Anyway, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, bright matter, thank you.
I will meet you by the river if I go before you do. I'm not gone, just gone ahead, waiting there for you. And I will meet you by the river. And when your time is through, we'll cross over hand in hand, 'cause it's not heaven till I'm with you. I will meet you by the river if I go before you do. I'm not gone, just gone ahead, waiting there for you. And when your time is through, we'll cross over hand in hand, 'cause it's not heaven till I'm with you.
That song Leah requested that we do today, and Roshana and Chris said yes. All right. Well, here we are together. And we're breathing. And we're aware that we're in this space, that we're sharing. We're aware our hearts are open. We are aware that we are connecting with each other and with the larger intention of love in life. And you know, there are just moments in our life where it seems something has been taken from us. And certainly losing a loved one is one of those times. That loss can be profound. It can bring us to our knees. It can cause us to curl up in a ball and just never want to move. But during those times, our heart does something amazing. It grieves. And grieving is a healing process. It transforms us. Our hearts break open, and they break open to a larger capacity to experience love and compassion. And it can be a doorway into a new awareness, a deeper understanding of both our humanity and the eternal nature of our being at the same time, at the same moment. It can be a doorway into our understanding of ourselves as so much more than this physical body, as Maria was saying. So much more than our physical body. That we are an expression of something eternal, of love, of divine love itself. And you know, we know in nature that nothing ever dies, right? It just changes form. In the fall, it looks like, you know, the leaves are dying. They're turning brown and they're falling off the tree, but they are transforming into compost, nourishing compost for that same tree and others, so that it can give birth to new leaves in the spring. So the form changes, but the essence remains the same. So that essence, that life energy, that love energy, the divine essence that expresses as everything and every being. And that divine love essence of someone can never be lost, can never disappear. No, it can never disappear because it can't be contained in the form in the first place. I want you to think about that. Who we are, our essence of who we are, cannot be contained in this form. It never was, and it never will be. It's in here, in this physical form for a while in our lifetime. But our body can't contain it. I mean, we know if you're just sitting in meditation, you know your eyes are closed, And in that moment that you transcend the body and you transcend the temporal experience, that there's no limit to who you are. There is the essence that is merging with that universal love of the universe. That's why it's so wonderful to cultivate a practice of meditation so that we can have that experience, cultivate that experience, and remember that it's not just the body. Now, we as humans obviously feel loss, and we never want to deny the depth of that pain. We want to feel, we want to feel our feelings. Grieving is absolutely necessary. Again, it's that process that is healing, and it can lead to that doorway. And my guess is that many of you have had an experience of maybe peeking through that doorway, maybe seeing something or experiencing something that would confirm the eternality of being. Maybe an experience of a presence or an essence of somebody after they have passed, or some uncanny experience. Yes? Maybe some? Well, today I'm going to open it up for anyone who has had that experience to come share it with us. And I'll start first by sharing an experience, and I've shared this here before, but there are new people, so I'm going to share it again. So my mother and I were very close. We started transcendental meditation together when I was just a teenager. We went to a New Thought church. We had, it was an unusual mother-daughter relationship, but we shared a spiritual path. And so when she was passing from metastatic breast cancer, I was, of course, with her. And, we had many times in meditation together, so we've connected on a spiritual realm. Well, she had an experience where it was maybe a day before she passed, where she was looking at something really specific. And actually, a couple things very specifically, and her face just lit up. There was this amazing smile as she was seeing somebody or something that she knew, and she was eager to be with, to experience. I'm telling you, after that, I had never had any fear of death or any belief that you're not going somewhere where you were held and loved and nurtured. And then an experience that we had when we were getting ready for the memorial service. I was staying in her condo, kind of closing it down, doing all the business, and my husband Dana was there, and a couple good friends of mine, and we were walking into the condo, and this bird, wild bird, comes and perches on my husband's shoulder as he's walking in. And then it flies and it perches on my shoulder as I'm walking in. And then it perches on my friend Karen and David, on their shoulders. And then it followed us into the condo. And it wouldn't leave. This is a wild bird. It wouldn't leave. It was like, it's time to go to the memorial service. Just the door was open, fly away. And I could so clearly hear my mother say, "But I'm right here. Where are you going?" It was extraordinary. And it was not just me. It was my husband and my friends who experienced this. So I know it was just not my imagination. So again, these experiences can come to us, and if they haven't yet, you can ask for them. You can ask for some kind of signal that that presence is there. It's there, it's eternal. So I'd like to invite somebody to come up and share a story that might confirm this. And here we go, Chris. Okay, Chris Whiteneck. Do you want to use this, or is that a...
Is this working? Check. It's working. I'll do this. So, we had to put our pet down the other day. But I found this thing I had written. It's one of those pieces of paper like I wrote with Nathan's song, right? 17 pieces of paper. And the way this one came out, this is a piece of I'm still working on. It's about my uncle, who we had to put down in October of last year. And there's a line in here that's a direct quote. It's a little bit of non-PC language, but you'll hear it. Anyway, this is my uncle talking. My choice is to end this on my terms. To continue on like this looks and sounds absurd. If you were in my position, what would you do? Would you care for me to carry on and prattle on like an invalid? Or would you care for me to prattle on and rattle on like an idiot preacher? I don't want to do either. So I arranged better theater. These will be the last notes of my soliloquy. I will present my last creations for all the world to see. I'll gather up the strength to make the appearance that ye seek, and then I will walk into the future without fear.
So I've been blessed to have a lot of experiences of feeling loved ones on the other side. But probably the coolest one to share about, and my first really striking experience like this, I was in my 20s and had lost one of my best friends. It was this big Viking dude. He used to be a punk rocker. He literally had a battle axe that he'd sometimes bring out at parties. Big Don. And after he passed, I got a tattoo of his battle axe here at my left lower leg. And he was just the most beautiful and safest man I had ever known, and really just felt like my guardian. And so years later, I was in a healing session with Edie Stuber, who some of you probably know. And at the end of the session, she's like, I've got to tell you, at this point, when I was down by your left lower leg, this huge guy came into the room. Don was huge, this huge Viking guy. This huge guy came into the room and he said, I've got her. Yeah, which I had already felt, but getting to hear that from someone, yeah.
Lynn, I think you were. What did you say? No? Oh. Dolores. It was Dolores. Come on up.
Somebody else needs to. Yeah. I can help you.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
So I had lost my grandfather when I was 25. And I lost my father when I was 35. And he and I had a very tough relationship, let's put it that way. Bittersweet, let's call it that, bittersweet. And he died of emphysema, so, from his smoking. And there was a lot of anxiety and anger around that. So our relationship was up and down, up and down. He was on a respirator for 3 months, and he died once in December, and they brought him back because he didn't have a do not resuscitate order. And I was there right before that, he told me through the respirator stuff that he saw his sister and he saw Pop, which was my grandfather. My father had very blue eyes. They were about this big as saucers, like Pop, And so that was exceptional with him. About a day before he died, I got really sick and I couldn't go down to see him. But I had this dream, very real dream, that I got dressed in my best, going to Sunday church clothes, and I drove an hour and a half into a bad section of Baltimore to visit with him. Went up into the hospital at like midnight, and to convince him it was okay to go, that it was, he had nothing to be afraid of. He should let go, because at that point we knew he had very little lung capacity left. There was just no coming back from this. And he did die, and it was still traumatic because he was so young. He was 56 when he died. And I had little boys, and I had this life ahead of me. My life was pretty standard then, but there was some things that were rocky. So I had 2 dreams after this. The first dream, I won't go into that. It was sweet beyond belief. But the second dream, he and I were sitting, talking, and he was smoking a cigarette the way he always did. And he's asking me questions like, what do you want? What do you want to do? And I was like, and I don't even remember what the answer was, but I was like, I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do. Now, in my head, as I'm saying this in the dream, I know in that current life, there's no possibility of me doing any of that. No possibility. But I'm just bouncing around, and I'm going on, and he's sitting there, and he's smoking a cigarette, and he's saying, okay, okay, if that's what you want. So less than a year later, I'm telling you, it's divine intervention, that something happened to me. Something happened to me to allow me to change my life in a major way. To get out of a marriage that I should have gotten out of many years before, the courage to go out into a workplace with virtually no skills, but my belief that I could do this, where that even came from, I don't know. That just wasn't like me. I was this more shy, I'll just do what I need to do to get along. But it just felt like he interceded on my behalf to bring me into a life that I was meant to be living all along, and for whatever reason I couldn't or wouldn't or didn't. So, I got to work for an amazing person who encouraged me to go to college, and graduated in my 50s with my oldest son and stepson, and working an amazing job helping people with mental illness, and ultimately move and getting married to someone again, which I was like, that's not going to happen. But anyway, that was an intervention that I did not even see coming, and felt like a divine touch. Yeah. And as my father helped me to say at one point in my life, he may have made some mistakes, and I definitely made mistakes, but this dream was the most amazing success I think I've just about ever had, in that touch with the divine and the divine spirit that's my Father. So anyway, thank you for listening.
Thank you. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Catherine, come on up.
So this is kind of quick and it's actually lighthearted, but proof of the eternal life. I had an uncle, my father's brother, and he died. He was a member of a Baptist church. I could not believe how many people came out to this church. In his 80s, it was packed. But he was a regular. He would come to that church during, when he had nothing to do. He'd drive there, and he'd talk to the minister. And the minister, one of them at least, was a woman. And he said, I don't get women being ministers. I just don't think that's right. So they would have these arguments, and she would, I don't know, she was great. And so, and he was funny. He was a prankster. That's the underlying thing, a prankster in every way possible. So at the service, she was talking about Uncle Ben and about this whole story about how he would come and visit her and how he didn't believe that a woman could be a minister, and how could that be? So in the middle of her talking about that, and everybody's listening, the lights go off, completely shut down the whole thing. And we're all kind of looking, there's silence, and then they flicker, 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 and come back on. And she goes, okay, Uncle Ben, or Ben, Mr. Smart, I get you. We all know that was you. The whole church was in an uproar. There was no more electric problems or anything, but we all felt that was his prankster spirit, right on cue when she talked about him, that he was there. And nobody could go away exactly in the same sad place, because we knew his life went on, and his spirit, his prankster spirit, was alive and well.
Thank you, Catherine. Yes, Bob. Bob? Yeah. Come on up.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bob. I'm somewhat new to this community. Thank you for welcoming me. I've had several experiences with energy coming from beyond. My mom has come back to my house, talking in the middle of the night, with another deceased person, a teacher of mine, and that my cat has come back several times. Visions, scratching. 2 o'clock in the morning, I hear, what the heck is that, Go through and turn on the dimmer light, and there he is scratching at the treat where I used to keep the cat treats. But maybe one of the most dramatic and interesting ones is my father. I have had a long history of living and spending time in a small village in Peru where I've worked with the local people. And after many years, I returned. And after 3 days of being in this town, in this amazing festival, which is dedicated to the Earth Mother, but it's actually syncretic. It's kind of the Virgin Mary, but they make the sign of the cross, but they pray to the Inca Earth Goddess. It's kind of cool, So like the Spanish said, if you don't believe in Jesus, we're going to kill you. Okay, I'll do this. Earth Goddess, So, and I've been very deeply involved with those people for many, many years. And so I went back. This is about 7, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, when my dad passed away. And here I am in this village, partaking in all the ceremonies and the parades and everything. And about 2 or 3 days into it, I started to feel really strange, like something was wrong with my family. I didn't know who, I didn't know what. I slept on and it disturbed me. And then the next morning I woke up in this little village and I said, I have to go back home. I don't know why, but no, Roberto, why are you going back? I said, I have to go. And I took the bus 4 hours back to Cusco, and on the way back I went to the airline office and I said, can you give me a seat for tomorrow? And I got the last seat in the smoking section. Remember when they used to have smoking sections? It was terrible. And I made all of these amazing connections, you know, talked my way into a flight from Miami back to Raleigh-Durham, you know, and I got home after being away, and I just remember sitting in my living room, the table, at the dining room table, and thinking, you know, what's going on? And I picked up my head and I saw my father's body levitating. And as soon as that happened, I got a phone call saying that my father, from my family in New York, saying that my father was in critical condition and I needed to come to New York. It was like I was already back in North Carolina, and I had this intuition, why the heck did I come back and cut my trip short? And I kind of rubbed my eyes, you know, and to make sure I wasn't hallucinating, and there he was. And I asked him a few questions, and I said, were you calling to me from where I was? And he had his eyes closed. I remember he had his hands on his chest, and he nodded. And I said, do you know that I asked him a few other questions. Do you know that I love you? Of course. And I remember he craned his head a little bit and opened his eyes and kind of smiled a little bit, and then he went back. And apparently he died a few hours later in the hospital. I got to New York the next day. And the weird thing is the weirdest thing is that, yeah, weirder. I had requested a consultation with a very strong psychic intuitive woman who used to practice in Durham. She's amazing. And I went to her afterward without saying a thing about what had happened. And all I did is that I wanted to communicate. She communicates with spirits from beyond. And all I said was, my father died, and I'd like to make sure he's okay. So you go in there and you say a prayer to all the gods and goddesses. She has everyone, you know, all statues of every deity. And close your eyes. And she said, yes, will you tell me your father's name again? John. Yes, okay, John. So she closes her eyes, and she said, oh, your father is telling me that he was calling you right before he died? Now, I never even told, never met my father, anything. I never told her anything about the Peru thing, okay? And I said, uh-huh. And she said, and you were somewhere in the South? I was like, yeah, South America, you know. I was really in. And she said, yeah, he was calling. Oh, and that he took up residence in your home the night before he died? And I was like, yes. I mean, come on. We have connections, our energy, and that's why I think it's so important to love and do the best we can to share love. Thank you for letting me share.
Thank you, Bob. Wow, that was amazing. Okay, I think we have time for one more. If somebody, yeah, Courtney, come on up.
Try not to be too long, but when my brother passed away about 15 years ago, he really was a huge reason that I took us on a spiritual path. I was completely atheist at the time, didn't believe anything. So really had no notions in my mind when he passed away. Just kind of allowed myself to be. But what happened is I, over the next few years, started feeling like I was sensing someone was there. And one particular night I was at the kitchen, and I will never forget, all of a sudden I just felt this presence right behind me, and I just said, I know you're here. I don't know who you are, but I can feel you. And after that, like some of you have expressed, I, little by little went to a psychic, went to, energy person, and got a lot of confirmation that it was my brother who was around me. And maybe one of the more interesting things that happened was we actually had movers, and we were moving, and one of the movers was highly clairvoyant, as we learned in conversation. And just as we were leaving, he said, "I gotta tell you something." And I said, "What?" He goes, "There's this guy around you. He follows you everywhere." And he goes, "He's standing right by you going," and I was like, "That's my brother for sure." He's teasing me, even on the other side. So.
Thank you, Courtney. Beautiful. And I know more people want to share, so we can deeper dive. We can take the conversations into deeper dive, or even just the fellowship afterwards. Thank you for sharing these stories. It's a confirmation of the eternality of life, that this physical experience is just such a small part of who we are. Let's make it count by sharing our love, as many of you have said. All right. Thank you. Bright matter.
This is a nice meditative song by Daniel Namad called Dark Blue Water. And I learned it a couple like this morning. So we'll see how it goes. Dark blue water, ocean at rest, smooth still surface, holding its breath, current well hidden, waves unformed, time in slow motion, no sign of storm, quiet like night, stirring asleep, the dark blue water runs deep, old like a ledge, powerful as the sea, the dark blue water runs deep. Star-filled heavens, distant and cool, ink black blanket, empty and full, ocean of motion, ocean of love, vast and unending, no down or up, quiet like night, stirring asleep, the dark blue water runs deep, old like a ledge, powerful as the sea, the dark blue water runs deep, quiet like the night, stirring asleep, the dark blue water runs deep, old like a ledge, powerful as the sea, the dark blue water runs deep. Swimming in silence, no sense of time, floating in weightlessness, verse with no rhyme, shadowy figures, ghosts will abound, never a harbor is found, quiet like night, stirring asleep, the dark blue water runs deep, old like a ledge, powerful as the sea, the dark blue water runs deep, quiet like the night, stirring asleep, the dark blue water runs deep. Old like a ledge, powerful as the sea, the dark blue water runs deep.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you both. Beautiful, heartfelt, open hearts everywhere. I can feel it from the music that's coming through you today. And thank you for that beautiful opportunity you're sharing, Reverend Victoria, and for all of you who shared. It was powerful and beautiful, and I don't know about you, but I feel a little lighter in the face of tragedy and sadness and loss, this sense that there is more, this truth, and it is a deep spiritual truth, and for that, I'm so very grateful. Yeah. So this is our chance to acknowledge our community, our vision and our mission, and the reason we are here today and what we believe. And so, and after that, we're going to move into our opportunity to give back to our own community. So I'd just like you to maybe place your hand over your heart here, and let's just take a breath, and let's share our vision together. Our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Imagine if that could happen, or as that is happening, just feel what that would mean for the world. And our mission, we center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. And so it is. Doesn't everybody deserve to know this and to experience this? It's so beautiful. Right, and so this is now our chance. Am I getting this right? I am. Yes. That's good. Doesn't often happen. This is our chance now to give back to this community that brings so much to our lives. And really imagine the more resource we have, the more capacity we have to move out and find and touch the hearts of others. So we have lots of ways to give. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you feel called to share a gift with us, that's lovely. We have little envelopes. If you're giving and you would like a tax receipt, you can put your cash or check into the envelope with your name on it. You can use our QR code here to give. You can text to give, Venmo to give. If you are giving online and would like to just place a gesture, a token into the basket, here's your blue card. And if you are a sustainer, thank you. You will provide the foundation for which this community is able to run, the operating expenses and so forth. Thank you, and here's our green card for us sustainers. So let's say our sacred blessing here of our gifts. If you take your gift in your hand, perhaps place it over your heart, and let's affirm together that this divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And thank you.
The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
we have our trained prayer partner, Lorraine, here to pray with us over these blessings, knowing that what lies in these baskets is a physical expression of love, of community, of generosity, of all of the qualities in life that just make this world a little bit better, and it enables us to do what we're doing. And for this, here at Unity Center of Peace, we are so very grateful. And we say thank you for all the blessings in our own lives, in this community, and in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Lorraine is also going to take our prayer box back to the lobby. If anybody here has in their hearts something that they would like a trained prayer team to pray over this week and the weeks ahead, please fill in the little form, and I can tell you prayer scientifically is proven. It works. It is shifting energy in the field, and so avail yourself of that. She's also going to be in the back hall on the left at the end of the service for a 3-minute miracle. If anybody would like to be prayed with by Lorraine, I can tell you, you're in for a treat. She is the master of affirmative prayer, as are most of, actually, all the people on our beautiful prayer team. But it's something to avail yourself of. Thank you. I think it's time for one more song. Am I right? Oh, and welcoming of guests. Let's do that. We have a few, part of the divine order. It's got to be a little lighter, yeah. So, anyway, for those of you who are new here today or here just for the first, second, or third time, we welcome you, and we're so glad, A, that you showed up, or B, that you came back. It's really lovely to have you. If you are new today and have not received yet this package and would like one, just raise your hand and Debbie will bring one over to you, and then give that in as a small gift for you on the other side of this card. And if you would like a little more information, a little bit deeper dive into what Unity is about, raise your hand. And again, we have another package for you that we'd love to share with you. So we're just glad you're here and joining us in community today. So thanks for being here. And Reverend Victoria today is going to do our prayer. I'll do it then. Yeah, okay, got it. And also, I just want to say that if you're online and visiting us, welcome. We're glad you're here too. And if you put your email into the chat there, we'd be happy to send you some information as well. So thanks for joining us. All right. So this flower dedication, and these are beautiful stock, and it's so gorgeous because it's in actual soil that it can go into the ground when we leave here. And these flowers are for Leah McCarn and her beloved family. Leah walked into this community almost exactly a year ago with her infectious smile and warm, loving vibe. She was originally hired as our membership engagement coordinator, and quickly she became so much more. She became a cherished friend to us all. Leah moved to Chapel Hill on a mission of love to support her son, who was diagnosed with cancer and about to go extensive treatment. She was here to be an active presence for her grandson during this time as well. She tells us that her son, Nicholas Dane Norbuj, faced his diagnosis with courage and endured difficult treatments bravely for 2 years. On Wednesday, he lost the battle with cancer, and he died peacefully in his wife's arms, with his mother present, loving over him and all of them. The depth of heartbreak in losing a child can only be known by others who have experienced it. It's something that is unfathomable to most of us. We hold our friend Leah in our hearts, we offer her support, and we affirm that Nick's spirit carries on in an endless, boundless continuum, and that his love will forever live in Leah's heart and in the hearts of all who know and love him. And so it is. Yeah, that was beautiful, Victoria. Thank you. Yeah. Let's have some special music. Yeah.
Wow. Nick's got a cat, though, so we sent him a cat. All right, it is time to bring a little joy in here. I think it's time to get a little happiness. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I see what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, precious day, the soft summer night, and I say to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying that I love you. I hear babies crying, I'll watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the skies, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying that I love you. I hear babies crying, I'll watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I say to myself, what a wonderful world.
Well done. Beautiful. All right, we have some things happening in this community coming up, and I want to tell you about it, but I'm not working. Push it. Push the button. Push the button.
Push a button.
Okay. Ah, there we go. Let there be sound. Okay, so, but the first thing I want to do is talk a little bit about the Unity Blooms fundraiser that's still ongoing. And I'm wondering, Laura, how are you feeling? No, not today? It's perfect for next week. We're going to get an update, but people have been contributing. I have some more to add. And for everybody who contributes, Laura puts together this beautiful arrangement of flowers so that you will receive that. And we are very close. We are on our way of getting enough funding to do the driveway, to pave the driveway. Thank you, everybody who has given so far. We still have a little bit to go, so please, yeah.
I would just only say, till next week, think about doing more than watching. We need everybody.
Doing more than watching. Yes, thank you. I mean, it is wonderful to appreciate everybody who has, and now it's time to say, and what can I give? And every gift counts. So yes, thank you. All right, and it's, yeah, by the way, it's a recycled asphalt that we're using, so it's a gravel, recycled gravel. Okay, so it's more eco-friendly, and it's durable, and it's affordable for us.
Question, is it porous to water when it comes down?
The specifics of this I am not familiar with, but I will direct your question to the board. They'll tell you. Okay. Yeah, I think that's true though. Yeah, okay. All right, so the other thing I want to tell you about, part of the annual meeting, there was an expression of a desire for everybody to be able to move a little more freely through the doors out into wherever they need to get out there. And so we have decided that it might be a good idea to have a priority seating section for mobility challenged congregants. Okay, so if they have priority seating, and we're thinking over here where Lorraine is sitting back here, that they can more easily get up and go through that back door that Dana just walked into. Dana, point out that back door there. That's the one. That's the one. So we're going to implement this. Debbie, did we decide next week we're going to implement it? So there will be a sign on the seat that says priority seating for mobility challenged. So please honor that, and we'll be able to all move a little more freely after the service. Thank you. Okay, Kirtan Festival. Irina, do you want to come up and briefly say a word? And do we have the video?
No,
Or
no
no?
video.
Okay.
Just I want to refresh the invitation again. The Kirtan is happening this Saturday, 4 to 8, and this is the third year we're doing it, and we started it. That's the only festival in Triangle. So come enjoy it. If you even can help during, that would be even better. But we're dedicating it to peace in the whole world that always starts within yourself. So please come chant with us, support us, help us, enjoy it with us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's quite a magical experience. Thank you, Irina, and dedicated to peace. And now the next one is also dedicated to peace. This is our World Labyrinth Day that we do every year, called Walk as One at One. So what time does it start? 1. And where are we walking? We're walking as one in the labyrinth. So please come together, and we're really dedicating this to peace in the world. So as Maria was saying, that energy is very real. When we connect with that divine energy and connect with each other, we're putting out an energy of peace and love in the world. So please add your vibration to that. Okay, and there are a couple of spots left for the Pick a Party Cielo Sanctuary Mountain Retreat, and I think we have a little video of this here.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Carmelo.
I'm Sharon.
And we are inviting you to come and attend our UCP fundraising retreat, which we've entitled Breaking Free and Rising High. It's on Memorial Day weekend in the Appalachian Mountains near Boone. We're going to focus on breaking free of that fear and negative self-talk that holds us back from realizing our best self and living our highest life. So we're so excited and can't wait to have you all. Please let us know as soon as possible by emailing me, and then I'll be sending you some registration papers and some more information.
Yeah, we're going to have a great time. We've been doing this for a few years now, and it's a beautiful atmosphere up here and the surroundings. The view off the deck is really special, and we just look forward to relaxing together and having fun and growing. So
thank you. Many blessings, and we are excited about hearing back from you as soon as you know that you'd like to come.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And you get to meet that sweet dog. It's very sweet. Yeah, so a couple spots left. It's a really beautiful people, open-hearted people, and a great experience there. Okay, Judith Schneider, it's so good to see you back in our midst. And it's been wonderful to see your beautiful photographs that have been gracing our walls this past month or so. Just spectacular. So we are doing an artist reception for Judith after the service today, right? Yeah, so we'll have our fellowship, in here, and all of the refreshments in here. So please join us, and she will share with us her process and anything else you might want to know. Thank you. Okay, Sacred Cafe, okay, in here. Deeper Dive is today, well, it says Gain Steer, but I think, okay, all right. So it's Frank. Frank, I'm sorry, Frank. Yes. So it's Frank, and it will be in the back of the hallway, the door to the right. Deeper Dive. And 3-Minute Miracle is your opportunity to sit with somebody who is trained in prayer that will help you to see the highest possible view of any situation that's going on for you. And again, it's Lorraine Lewis. Thank you. And that's it. I see some kids. Let's welcome them in.
I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, vim of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am.
Good afternoon, y'all. Howdy do. Big thanks for Kai for being here today. Big thanks to the children for being here today. We got to dive a little. We did our own deeper dive. Today we talked about resonance in interpersonal relationships. And then we also talked about growth and change. So at the center, they wrote two people that come to them for a relationship, for resonating emotionally, happily, and then choose 2 actions in one of the petals. Choose what you would say if they came to you, if they were sad or mad or fearful. And then what would you say if they came to you exuberantly happy, right? And then gave them the time to resonate with their own thoughts and each other as they did a collage. Things of that nature. So it was fun. To take account, first week we had rainbows. The second week we had unicorns. The third week we have flowers. Next week we're going to have puppies and kittens. So this is life. Let us celebrate these children. The life of children.
Join us. Let's bless these children. Let's just bless the children in our hearts, children everywhere. We say, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we behold the Christ in you. Thank you. All right, we're going to have our final stand now, and let's say our prayer of protection. Take a hand, and together let us share from our hearts. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Hi, it's Reverend Victoria here. I'm at Unity Center of Peace with our house band, Bright Matter.
Hello.
Yeah, and if this video has inspired you or empowered you or opened your heart, opened your consciousness, or even just given you hope, we ask that you support what we're doing here by making a donation today, going to unitychapelhill.org or clicking the link below.